ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delit Sahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. But first, let us catch up with the major headlines. Minister Usman Saleh delivers speech at South Korea's African Summit. Seminars on eliminating harmful practices held in Eritrea. Heat wave in India claims at least 85 lives. "12 killed, over 87,000 affected by floods in Sri Lanka." On our local news, Foreign Minister Usman Saleh delivered a speech on 2nd June at a preparatory meeting of the foreign ministers, laying the groundwork for the upcoming 2024 South Korea-Africa Summit of Leaders. This address focused on Eritrea's stance on various issues. Minister Usman highlighted the historical relationship between Korea and Africa dating back to the 1950s. Despite walking in distinct paths for decades, both regions share common pursuit of progress. He emphasized that the 2024 Korea-Africa Summit presents an opportunity to bridge the gap between the two continents. Noting that Africa holds 60% of the world's natural resources and stands at a critical stage, Minister Usman stressed the importance of fully utilizing this potential to ensure the prosperity and well-being of Africa's people. Recognizing global inequalities and challenge, Minister Usman underlined that Eritrea follows a development model aligned with its unique national values and requirements. Since achieving independence, Eritrea has actively embraced a policy of self-reliance, focusing on mobilizing domestic resources and enhancing national capabilities. Education and human resources development are fundamental to this approach. Minister Usman emphasized that despite ongoing threats and hostiles orchestrated by external forces seeking to assert their interests in control over nations, Eritrea persists in charting its own path based on rule of law. Eritrea's strategic maritime trade location positions it gateway to vital trade routes connecting continents. The resilience of the people, coupled with its untapped business potential, making it a beacon of opportunities. Concluding his speech, Minister Usman expressed optimism that the summit will be a stepping stone towards mapping out engagement strategies. He highlighted that potential for harnessing Republic of Korea's expertise in vitalizing infrastructure, transportation, networks, construction, and engineering. The dynamic exchange of knowledge is expected to significantly boost the capabilities of Eritrea's workforces with the latest skills and techniques. A series of seminars aimed at eliminating harmful practices and safeguarding children's rights were held in Gashbarka and southern regions. The events were collaborative efforts between the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare and various stakeholders. The primary goal of these seminars was to combat harmful practices, especially female genital mutilation and child marriage, which significantly impact the psychological and physical health of women. Educational sessions were conducted in the subzones of Goni, Mogolo, and Haikota in Gashbarka region, targeting students and their parents. Mr. Tasfa Mikael Gabrasilase, acting head of the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare in the region, emphasized the need for collective efforts from all government bodies and stakeholders to eradicate these practices. He highlighted the importance of ongoing public awareness campaigns to enhance community understanding of these issues. Mr. Franco Kubaba, Director General of Social Service, echoed the call for coordinated response involving the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare, Education, Health, and urged women to assume the leadership role in these initiatives. The southern region, a seminar was organized in Maimene subzone, especially for religious leaders, local administrators, and influential figures. Mr. Johannes Abraham, head of the local branch in the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare, stressed that investing in children equates and investing in the future. He called for love and care and appropriate handling of children. Lieutenant Colonel Abraham Haile, administrator of the subzone, urged the public to assist in legal actions against those violating law related to harmful practices. Seminar's participants advocated for necessary punitive measures against offenders and continuation of awareness-raising efforts to promote change. Vocational training was provided to 230 youth workers and students, including 112 females in the port city of Asab. The training included plumbing, maintenance of motor boats, computer technology, first aid, as well as social science. At the event organized on 29th May, Mr. Burhane Kidane, representative of the regional governor, indicating the significance of the training in developing the vocational skills of youth and called for taking advantage of opportunities being provided. He also expressed readiness to stand alongside them in all their endeavors. Mr. Usman Abdul Qadir, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, said that developing vocational capacities of youth is one of the main objectives of the union and that similar training programs will be organized in all subzones of the region. In the same vein, 3 months training on maintenance of water pumps, beauty salon, costume, literature, film and drama directing, as well as first aid was provided to 172 in Galanefhi subzone in the central region. Mr. Mahari Johannes, administrator of the subzone, indicating that role of skilled youth in the implementation of development programs, commending the initiative being taken by the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, the development of overall capacity of youth. Mr. Samsom Kifle, head of the union branch in the central region, called on the trainees to apply the training they were provided in improving their livelihoods. Assistant Nurse Hashim Mohammed, head of Kartret Health Station in Al-Hale subzone, indicated that number of pregnant women giving birth at the health facilities is growing from time to time. Nurse Hashim said that the first quarter of this year, 374 pregnant women received treatment and 56 of them delivered at a health station, and that attests the growing understanding of the public on health issues. Nurse Hashim also said that at the health station, daily briefings on pre- and postnatal treatments, regular vaccination program, voluntarily counseling, and as well as pharmacy service is being provided. The Garzat Health Station was established in 2020, provided health service to residents of Rihai and Raqbat, part of the subzones of Asmat and Habaro. Dear viewers, we'll be back with the international news shortly. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. The scorching heat wave persists in many parts of India, with at least 85 fatalities nationwide by Saturday attributed the possible heat-related illness. Over the past few days, mercury has soared to nearly 53 degrees Celsius, particularly in parts of Delhi and Rajasthan. According to the meteorological department, this is around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius above average of this time of year. The Indian capital, New Delhi, has experienced a record-breaking temperature high of 52.9 degrees Celsius. The ongoing heat waves, widely regarded as the worst in recent history, is affecting northern and western part of the country. The rain and rain scarcity contributes to the heat build-up. The government issued advisory recommending avoiding prolonged sun and heat exposure to prevent heat-related illness, as people are reeling under increasingly prolonged and severe conditions. On our last news, Sri Lanka's Minister of Defense Permita Bandra Tangkon said on Monday that 12 people have been killed and over 87,000 people affected by the recent floods in the South Asian country. The official told a press conference that Colombo, Gambwana, Kulotra, Rantrapa, and Gale, Martara districts, and western in Sabargum of the South province are the most affected. A total of 12 deaths have been reported, including 4 in Mantara, 5 in Trampura, and 3 in Colombo. There are 119 evacuated and relief centers currently housing over 23,000 people affected by floods, he said. The Department of Meteorology on Monday that showers and thunder showers will occur in the time in the western of the Bangwa Center, south and western of the province. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Minister Osman Saleh delivers speech at the South Korean African Summit. Seminars on eliminating harmful practices held in Eritrea. Heat waves in India claims at least 85 lives. And 12 killed, over 87,000 affected by floods in Sri Lanka. That wraps up our stories for tonight. Thanks for watching and have a good night.